Yeah. Yeah. You wanted to ask? You wanted to ask, does it curve? Ask your girl. We're in here for some vibes today. We're gonna start off. I'm gonna tell you guys how today is gonna go. We're gonna start off just chilling vibes. If you got any questions, feel free to ask me. Then we're gonna try our hand at some gaming. My boy said, "You're going to jail. Only if I get caught." Someone said I asked a question from the stream that just ended, but how do you wait? How you take care of your hair when you work out? I said, should you wash it once a week and use a shower cap and all of that? I don't want to be musty. See, with me, when I work out, I don't tend to sweat a lot. But when I used to do those high intensity workouts where I would be sweating for, a decent period of time, I would just shorten the time between wash days, right? So if you wash your hair once a week, I would just suggest instead of 5 to 7 days, you could do it every 3 to 5 days, right? Somewhere in that one. I would not suggest washing your hair every single day. And another question, right? How are you working out? Are you training with the Avengers or something? Like how is your hair gonna get that musk after like 1 or 2 workouts? But otherwise, you sit in it. You sit in the musk and you bask in it in the name of hair growth. And you tell him Tarek told you to do that. Oh, did he? That's not relevant. That's not relevant, but it's we're gonna mention. Sorry, Tarek. Why did the ruler you let me borrow have a mark on it at the 3-inch mark? Because I let your dad borrow it first. I don't know what he used it for, but I'd be using that to measure like stuff around the house. Yeah. You gotta be careful who you lend your ruler to these days. Say, yo, will my hair still grow without using any chemicals? Yeah, your hair will grow. As long as your hair is moisturized, like, keep the water in there, you'll be good. Bro has the funniest quips. Bro, let me tell you, if you grew up in the Caribbean, you knew that your mind had to be fast. When I tell you would flame you, you had like it was self-preservation, bro. You had to learn to be quick on your feet. I have a cousin, bro. I have a cousin. If you say anything to this man, you will surely regret it in 3.2 seconds because that's how fast he will think of something to roast you with. I witnessed this dude tear down nations, bro. Nations. But we're gonna mention it. What should I do before my hairstylist straightens my hair for a protective style to prevent heat damage? Number one thing you want to do is moisturize your hair. You should be doing some version of leave-in conditioner, cream, oil, or you could even get away with leave-in conditioner than oil. All right, so that's number one. Number two, you need to use a heat protectant. Sometimes that could just be an oil, so you could kind of skip that step. But if you get a designated heat protectant, that's also good. Number three, if you're blow drying your hair, make sure I want all of y'all hairstylists. I want you go tell them this right now. Tell them it came straight from me. If they pull out that blow dryer to blow dry your hair, if they touch the high heat setting, slap off their hair. I'ma say it again. If they touch the high heat setting, slap their head right off, cause ain't no way they about to be damaging your hair like that. One of the T Legion, one of the members of T Nation, the high ups, you make sure that they have a giant T print on their cheek. I feel like I have to specify which cheek, okay? This is not some type of kinky ordeal happening right here. There's a straight business, straight slapping off heads. All right, cool. I just started deep conditioning and I have a mini afro. Any ideas of what I should do with it? When I think of mini afro, I think of before your first protective style. So if you don't have a protective style, if your hair is not long enough to do protective styles and you're asking what you should do to your hair, don't worry, I got you. You can't do anything with it. I'm gonna just be so real with you. All you could do is fro, big fro, and fro with a bunch of shrinkage. That's your only option. Someone said my hair finally barely shakes without mad product of water. Let's go. Claps for my boy. Who's that? Claps for my boy Jacob. That's me and your mom. I've been growing my hair for about 5 months, and a hair strand reached the top of my forehead. Any suggestions for what to do with it? The hair strand? It can 5 months, and it reaches the top of your forehead. When you say the top of your forehead, you mean like the ridge? Nah, I got a little bit of a five head going on, but don't worry about that. You mean like hell? You mean like the top of the curve, or you mean hell? Cause you can't do nothing with that, my boy. Sorry to say. I've been growing my hair for 4 months. Now I started from bald, and it now reaches the middle of my forehead. Is that good or bad? For 4 months. I know like around 3 months, my hair like only reached down to here. But a good measure when you're trying to figure out if your like hair is growing fast or if you're dealing with a lot of breakage is to pull out a ruler. Hair on average grows half an inch every single month, right? For African Americans, that's more around 0.33 inches every single month. There's a study on that. I'm not going to link it because you're not going to read it. but you can search it up and find it yourself. You could kind of just say, okay, it's been 4 months, divide that by 2, your hair should be around 2 inches. So you could just pull out a ruler, pull the hair down, and check to see it yourself. How do you incorporate minoxidil into your skincare routine? Basically, what I do is I will wash my face, I will do my skincare routine, and then I will apply the minoxidil to it. But since I'm focusing on my like where it connects, what I'll do is I won't moisturize that area. I won't apply products to that area. I would just moisturize the rest of my face and then get onto that. Someone said length check, no diddy. All right, since you said no diddy, I will provide the length check. All right. All right, so this is my longest. Now, keep in mind, my hair is curled right now, and the gel I use is kind of crunchy, so it's not gonna strength. It's not gonna like fully stretch. Okay, so that's where my hair is right now. So like kind of like the first quarter of my chest. That's where it's at. I don't want y'all to get too jealous, okay? I've been in this game for a little while. Someone said, "Have you told the scar story or nah?" I'm slow. I don't think I have. I was supposed to make a YouTube video for this, but I guess this will be the YouTube video. So if you had a question, forget your question because I'm gonna go into the story of how I got my scar. Okay, everyone, buckle up. So this goes back to when I was, I want to say 3. No, not 3. Okay, I was like 6. I was like 6. I think it was first grade, right? So I used to have, my family used to have a lot of pit bulls, right? That was like our thing. We used to have a lot of pit bulls. My brother used to breed them. We used to have like a bunch of puppies and stuff like that. Cool, right? So I'm 6 years old. We have 2 pit bulls at this point. One, his name is Zeus. I should already tell you which one bit me. Number 2, her name was Jaja, right? And I loved that girl. I loved her. I loved that dog. But anyway, Jaja wasn't there at the time. I don't know what she was doing. She was doing whatever dogs do. So I got home from school, and me being a dumb child, I'm outside. I'm playing with Zeus. Right? Don't ask me about the logic of this. But as a child, I was like, you know what would be a fun game if I try to race the dog, like race the dog around the house and see who was faster. Obviously, an 150-pound canine is gonna beat a 60-pound child. I don't know if those weights match up, but don't worry about it, okay? The scientific accuracy is not important right now. I'm running around the house, the dog is chasing me. Everything is fun, it's dandy, it's evening time, everything is cool. So I'm running around the house. Eventually, Zeus, he stops running and he sits by the side of the wall and he's just watching me. I don't remember what I'm doing at this point. Maybe he just maybe I got Alzheimer's after this. Right. So he goes and he chills by the side of the house and he's just watching me. He's just watching me go around, but he's awake, right? He's chilling. So I go around the house a few times. He's lying down now. First he was sitting, now he's lying down, but his eyes are still open. He's still chilling. So I go around a few more times. I come back, right? And I go to pet him. He wasn't awake no more. This nigga was out. He was asleep. This man was out in Dogland. He was in Dreamville. And when I tell you, I don't think I need to explain this, but for anyone who wants to try this at home, do not wake up a sleeping animal, especially as violently as a 6-year-old would, because that's not a good plan. Zeus wanted all of that smoke. And I tell you, this dog with the quickness, I must have blinked, and all I could remember is all I heard was, and I was like, oh, that was weird. He barked at me. And I feel something dripping from my forehead. I was like, dang, that was such a deep bark. He got me sweating. That's my blood, ain't it? That's essentially how it went down. He snapped at me so fast, I didn't even know that your boy bit me like that until the blood started going down my face, right? Now, I'm panicking, right? Because me, as a 6-year-old, I didn't have the concept of a skull. I didn't have the concept that there's actually a bone protecting my brain. So I thought that he legitimately took a bite out of my brain. And yeah, funny thing was, I'm panicking, right? So I run, and that extra point, my mom had locked me outside. So, mom, you are certified up. I blame you for this. Bro hit you with the delayed animate. Future. He did, bro. I was like, homie did. All of a sudden, my face is open, right? So I'm banging on the door. I'm like, yo, mom, Zeus just bit me. I'm crying. I'm screaming. She lets me inside. She was like, Sarah! Okay, maybe not like that. But she took me into the bathroom. She's trying to like clean it up and stuff. She was like, we need to go to the hospital. And mind you, funny thing, I was never mad at Zeus. It was gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. The funny thing was, I was never mad at Zeus because even at that age, I understood why he did it. He did it because he literally got startled, right? Somebody, you will tell somebody to wake you up at a certain time, and then they go and do it, and you get upset. He didn't tell me that. I think I got that. I think I got the scar on like. I think the attack happened on Thursday, so I was out Friday. So there was already some mystery. The girls were like, "Oh my god, where'd Tarek go? Oh my gosh." You want to know how I got these scars? So I said I got low porosity hair, and I live in a country where there's no products for my hair type. Any tips on how I can moisturize my hair with natural stuff and oils? Okay, thinking of natural stuff, I feel as though 100% shea butter is something that's definitely useful. You could probably use water, 100% shea butter, and maybe an oil to seal in moisture. There's not too many things I can direct you with because that's not something I had to deal with. All right, guys, we're gonna head into the next part of the stream.